What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, going to be bringing you game number 4 between Quantic Gaming and Rattlesnake. This is the wild card game from the International 3. If Rattlesnake win this, they are going to be going to the big show, and then Quantic are going to be forced to sit and watch. They're still in Seattle, so I guess they get, nice seats and everything. But if Quantic take this, then they will bring it to a deciding game number 5. So we're going to see how this game pans out as we see Quantic. This time, they're going to be the ones picking up the Visage as well as the Nature's Prophet, so setting up for some pretty strong laning. Last game, it was kind of one-sided. Most of these games have actually been pretty one-sided. I guess the first one looked kind of close in the kind of early, mid-stage, but other than that, it's been rather stompy, these games, so looking forward to something that's a little bit closer. You can also tell that both of these teams are very, very heavily pressured into playing safely. This is one of the most important sets in their gaming careers. I could pretty much guarantee you that. So they're not going to be trying to take any huge risks, but let's go over what we have on the board right now. Already noted Nature's Prophet as well as Visage, which Quantic Gaming have been running a little bit with Nature's Prophet, whereas Rattlesnake have been the ones taking the Visage. Rattlesnake actually going to go with the CK as well as a Weaver this time. Weaver was pretty effective for them game number 1, CK pretty effective for them in game number 3. So their damage output is pretty much all shored up. They should be pretty much completely fine to be doing the damage late game between the CK and the Weaver, which is pretty much going to be the CK and Gyro of last game, except instead of Gyro you have Weaver, so I guess not in the same way at all, but you get the idea. CK will offer them that, really stable, aggressive laning presence, which I'm assuming Rattlesnake are going to go for again. Last time, it didn't exactly work as well for them as they really would expect. But now they have all their support picks wide open. They can make anything happen with that. Quantic can have the carry of the anti-mage be banned out from them. And, no, so far, I mean, the first 2 bans have been exactly the same for all these games, which is kind of weird. But, sometimes you just don't want to play against the Batrider. I think I have Batrider as most banned out hero. I hope I do, man. Gotta get them compendium points, even though I have no idea what they do. Rattlesnake sitting and waiting for a little bit to determine who they're going to be banning out for this secondary phase. Quantic Gaming, I mean, the only thing they have for certain is a support. Nature's Prophet could go into the jungle if he needs to, or if he really wants to, I guess. Or he could very easily go into the hard lane. Fucking Matt had a little bit of trouble with that in game number 2. But he ended up recovering very, very well. So they're going to go with the Gyrocopter ban out, limiting the pool of carries that Quantic can choose from. But the thing is, with carries, even if you limit it by getting rid of like the S tier carries, there's always those carries will pop up and then they'll surprise you. So it was really just limiting which ones that Rattlesnake do not want to fight up against. I guess it's going to be the Gyrocopter as the pick. Quantic, team known for having very, very niche pocket strats. If ever there's a time to pull one out, it is this game. I feel like game number 1 was one of their pocket strats, which ultimately didn't pan out. But if they're going to pull something weird, it's got to be now. I mean, if they lose this one, it's all over for them. They lose their shot at the International. Rattlesnake, from what I've seen from them, I don't know too much about these Asian teams, but they seem to be really, really stable. Just safe and calculated, making sure that they take their fights when they have their advantages, stuff like that. And I don't really know if they're going to be running many crazy drafts. I think it's mostly Zenith that does that in the Asian scene. But yeah, hopefully we see something wild from Quantic. I want them to win this game so that we go to a game number 5 because everyone loves full sets. It's going to be a Storm Spirit picked up from Rattlesnake, so finally getting a little bit more disable, something that the Weaver can't really contribute to, nor can the Keeper of the Light, as well as solid mid lane. What will be the response from Quantic? They know the Storm Spirit is more than likely going to be going towards that mid lane. When they know that, they could respond to it accordingly. The question is, how are they going to do so? Last time they tried to metagame, mind game rather, their opponents, running the Dark Seer mid in response to the Beastmaster, and it's going to be a Tinker. So Quantic, they're going to go deep into the pushing lineup. All 4 of their heroes picked up so far are heroes that can push very, very well. Visage, with those familiars chunking down towers very heavily. Nature's Prophet, of course, is pretty much the Rat Dota of the Year award winner every year. Chen and Tinker, I mean, they're all pushers. What more is there to be said. And Rattlesnake, I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking to ban out a Phantom Lancer? No, a Lone Druid, that makes more sense. A little bit more bulk on the front lines, more straightforward pushing rather than split pushing. But Quantic Gaming, they could go like extremely deep and go for Leshrac. You gotta carry Leshrac, go deep into the pushing. Hopefully your Tinker and Nature Prophet will get farm and then get big, and then hopefully, you know, do the damage that you need them to do in the mid game where you are looking to end it.
5 seconds.
Or they could go similarly, they could go deep and go for Pugna. So it looks like Quantic are going to be running this weird pocket strat, which I love, by the way. Rattlesnake going to take a little bit more of a standard lineup, CK notwithstanding, mostly just a pick/ban, and a pick in order to ban out the CK from the Quantic Gaming side. Try to dissuade them from picking up the Wisp. Rattlesnake looking for one more support hero, probably just fit into their tri-lane. CM worked last time. I don't see why it would be bad this time. They need a little bit of counter push, and Crystal Nova's decent, but really for counter push, it doesn't get any better than Keeper of the Light. So Rattlesnake could pretty much pick up whatever support they want to right now. It's hard to find a support that doesn't work well with CK. They could even go for something like an Earthshaker, which would stop Quantic cold. 10 seconds to decide what it's going to be. Earthshaker actually would be pretty good. Keeper Earthshaker is a steady flow of mana for those fissures to come out. It's going to be AA, so you got the trademark CK-AA combination. Not as much counter push on the hero as some of the other support heroes. I mean, he really only does have that Ice Blast, which is global counter push, I guess, but it's not really your most stable counter push tool. But it is going to increase the kill potential of the lane by so much. Drop the cold feed on him, have the CK throw a bolt, and the hard carry, if Quantic does pick up a hard carry, is going to be very upset, because there's really nothing they could do to get out of that. I do think that AA has a lot of potential, but I don't know. Against this very, very tailored lineup from Quantic, it's going to be difficult. They're going to go with the Queen of Pain, actually, so might not be seeing this Tinker go to the solo mid lane as I really expected. It's probably going to be just a safe lane Tinker. Queen of Pain might be heading towards the mid lane. Either way, Tinker or Queen of Pain should do okay versus the Storm Spirit, so it's really up to Quantic Gaming as to how they want to run this lineup right now. They are going to be looking to go for a lot of pushing, though. With a lineup that doesn't really have much amplification into the late game, you need to get the early game start, and that's something that hopefully they could do correctly so we could go to a game number 5, but who knows. Anyway, on Quantic side, we have Silent playing that Nature's Prophet. Funzy is going to be handling the Queen of Pain. Go Black is going to be playing that Chen. Pulled a Salve, I believe, to the Queen of Pain. Yes, he did. Sasha's going to be playing this Tinker, and that leaves fucking Mad on the Visage. On the Rattlesnake side, we have Kabu playing the Ancient Apparition, heading down to the river area to ward it. Looks like Lamb's actually going to go towards the mid lane as Storm Spirit. No, this isn't a mid lane build. It's CK mid. It's a CK mid with AA. CK AA mid. That is deadly. Stag is going to be playing the Keeper of the Light and the Icy, heading up towards the top lane as the Weaver. Probably not going to get too much done versus this Tinker, who's going to straight up rush the Soul Ring, looking to get those fast boots of travels and apply that global pressure. So Quantic, with the mobility-heavy lineup, they lack the real right-click damage that's going to be offered by Luo as well as by Icy. So if this game does get super late, Quantic don't have a shot at winning this. I mean, Nature's Prophet, Queen of Pain can transition into pretty heavy damage-dealing roles, but they're no anti-mage, they're no Weaver, they're no CK. It's going to be difficult. So Quantic, they need to capitalize on their picks by making pushes happen early. They need to take towers as soon as Chen is available to do so. Really, there's nothing that Weaver could do to counter such a push. Although, Quantic don't really have any stuns, so Weavers should have an easy time. I guess it's the only fault I see with Quantic's kind of niche lineup, is that if they want to kill the Weaver, they need to get an Orchid, which is something that Nature's Prophet or Queen of Pain can easily pick up, but it may not be something that they want to pick up. It kind of forces them to do something about that, at least until they get their hexes, until they get their, item disables. Then the Weaver's going to have a free time. Don't know what's happening to Lamb. He got messed up by Silent, I believe. Now he's going to put the hurt on to Sagum. Man, Silent is just bullying everyone down in this bot lane. tried to get this pull, but it was unsuccessful as someone drew the creeps up to here, so should be relatively in top lane. We have Icy dropping down very, very low. Nuking damage from Saksha, level 1 rocket, level 1 grave chill, just the right clicks. Putting some pretty heavy damage onto him, and now we do have a Satyr going to be throwing a couple shockwaves. This is going to help Funzy, I don't want to say win the lane, because it's very, very difficult to win the lane versus CKAA, but it will at least stabilize him in the lane. Very similar to how you have Enchantresses steal, or, you know, I guess Chen or Enchantresses steal the Stormcaller Harpy or the Wild Wing Ripper to either Chain Lightning spam or Tornado spam. Just get that little bit of jungling edge in on your mid lane. And Funzy will get this experience pretty decently. Luo will be forced to share experience with Kabu, although, you know, with the way it's going, he's going to be completely okay to be doing that. Look how aggressive Sound is being on this bottom lane. He knows that there's not really much that Keeper Light and Storm Spirit can do to him, although there might be. He's going to take quite a chunk of damage. There's going to be an Illuminate charged up. Sound, can he juke it? No, he can't. One more right click will do him in. He's going to salve up and save himself from certain doom, but Sagam, he's trying to line up an angle, trying to cut through the trees. One more right click won't do it, and the regen rune, he's going to make it back alive at full health. That is pretty damn lucky, I would say, by Silent finding that regeneration rune. Also, you know, if things were just a little bit different, that could have easily been first blood, but instead, he can stick on this bottom lane because regen rune is pretty good. Nature's Prophet causing some problems for this bottom lane, leaving them on a wild goose chase, though. He's still getting his experience, so Nature's Prophet not really losing the lane. Luo taking a good amount of damage. Where's the stun? It's gonna whiff, actually, by Go Black. That looked like it should have hit. Now the Centaur's gonna get a whole lot of damage put onto him, but that's a lot of mana being drained from the CK's pool. He does have a bottle, so it won't really worry him that much, and the Chen set back just a little bit. That stun I don't think would have translated into a kill regardless, so it's just Chen feeding an extra Centaur. He's gonna find a Wild Wing. He'll probably perch into the mid lane and at least force Luo to use a little bit more mana to try to secure his lane and deal with this Wild Wing. And it's going to be a second Wild Wing, so it's just going to be stacked up, tornadoed, burned down. Easy peasy jungling from this Chen. Meantime, Silent trying to get as much gold as he can in this bot lane. No lane is really being shut down 100% right now. Icy is getting his experience through Saksha as well as the Visage. And Tinker actually only has 10 CS. Not last hitting as best as he should have. And oh, I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. It's Poop Feast 420 also. If you guys don't know who that is, then go look up the video. Artosis gets trolled by Gom. It's hilarious. But yeah, first blood, I knew I was going to miss it. I knew it. It's what happens when you don't cast for like a couple months. You just miss things. But it is Sagam taking the first blood. It's going to give him enough to fly the core, get a couple more sets of wards, even the boots of speed on him. But really surprisingly, Saksha on this top lane having a little bit of difficulty with this Weaver. He has 13 CS, which really, you would expect a little bit more. I mean, mid lane Chaos Knight, he has 17. And Tinker really doesn't have to worry about much at all. I mean, Icy he's a threat, I guess, but he's not that big of a threat. That's happening. Saksha's kind of been, oh man, last game it was kind of weird also. He was the Sven and he was stunning creeps and everything. I don't know, maybe he's feeling the pressure just a little bit. He definitely needs to shape up right now, or else his team is going to be in a little bit of danger, because they need him to get fast boots of travels. That's why you put the Tinker on. Oh, this Harpy Stormcrafter is so dead. Oh no, it's 1 second stun. She's still alive, and now actually Luo can take a lot of damage. He's going to take down quite decently from this. Funzy, does he have another blink? He does not. Abu, though, going to get right click as well. It will be enough, and Chen's going to secure the kill. Ancient Apparition trying to save his ally. Successful in doing so, but you know, not successful in actually getting away himself. Quantic strike back with a kill of their own, but yeah, okay, the reason why, as I was saying before, you want to lane the Tinker on the top lane as opposed to the mid lane is because generally there's a lot less competition to farm on that lane. The heroes that you put up there, the Clockwork, the Darkseer, those aren't heroes that could actively pressure you. Those are heroes that could, oh, speaking of actively pressure, Silent's gonna get chunked down by a huge Illuminate. Actually, there's only level 1 Illuminate. It's the Storm Spirit hitting that level 6 mark. But yeah, there's very little contestation for farm on this top lane. And that means you get your boots of travel really quickly. That means you get missiles really quickly around the map, and that means you get more global map pressure and map presence, and you generally are more successful. But if you don't get that, then what's the point? He's recovered. He's 24 for 2 now, and Luo posing very aggressively versus Funzy in this mid lane, but it is 2 for 1 in favor of Rattlesnake so far. Bottom lane, not going fantastically for this Nature's Prophet, only level 4 versus the level 6 from Storm Spirit, and Sag M has level 5 as well, gonna spot out the Illusion Rune. Doesn't even want it, man. He's too good for that stuff. Bottle, not available on the Queen of Pain even, so. Did the Queen of Pain even get a bottle? I don't think she did. I guess she figures she can't actively spend mana unless it's on ganks. She's going... She doesn't have a bottle at all. I guess she's just completely skipped the bottle. Usually Queen of Pain is the one that's dominating her lane, but if you want to shut down a mid lane, just take notes. Take notes. You put a dual lane against them, and then there's really nothing that they could do. CKAA being one of the best of them. Because as soon as you hit that level 2 mark, you go for kills. Or mind game the hell out of him. That'll work too. Icy, level 5 on him, 17 CS. Versus the 16 for 7 actually for Nature's Prophet. Sasha, what? What? Icy's gonna get a solo kill. That shouldn't have happened. He might die. He's not gonna die. Fucking mad. Needs to throw out that soul assumption, but yeah, that definitely should not have happened. And at the same time, mid lane, very, very easy. Kabu and Luo combo. Reality Rift into Cold Feet into death. Quantic not starting this necessary game for them out in a very good way at all. With top lane Tinker dying solo to a Weaver. I mean, no hero should really die solo to a Weaver, but especially your Tinker who's having a rough time. That said, this Boots of Travel's back even further, and without the Boots of Travel, there's really no reason to get this March of the Machines. You're going to prevent the push, yes, but really Quantic is the one is the team that's supposed to be putting the pressure on to Rattlesnake right now. They're the ones who want to push. They have the Chen, they have the Treants, they have the March of the Machines. They will eventually have the Familiars as well, but pushing from Quantic, I guess, is not going to be there. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to recover from this, unless they get a good amount of ganking going, but they really, again, lack stuns. Who are they going to gank? You can't gank Lamb. You can't, I guess you could pick off a support or something. I mean, they got Kabu before, possibly the CK, but you're not going to be able to kill off these heroes without any stuns. Burst isn't going to work. Icy, I mean, Brave Chill, who cares? Luo's going to come right in. He wants whoever he could find. He's going to find fucking Mad. 1 second stun. Probably shouldn't matter, although there is a Hand of God to keep him up for a little bit longer. Drops a Brave Chill. Will soul something before he does go down, but Luo's going to take a little bit of damage. Doesn't really care. He has a bottle. He's going to chug the entire thing. Go back into the fight. And Quantic, in the meantime, silent, barely teleporting out of what I assume was the Keeper of the Light Storm Spirit gank. Lamb, does he have a regen rune? He does. This could be dangerous for... No, it can't be, actually. Weaver actually dying on this top lane. Go Black getting the net, that's why, and I'm assuming, yeah, Weaver didn't have time lapse. And again, I miss a kill. Oh, I'm so bad. Sasha desperately needed that. Desperately needed that. He needs like 3 more of those, so... If Rattlesnake are waiters taking orders, that's apparently pretty much what Quantic want, and Funzy is dead. 1 second stun, Ice Balls of Doom will land, and she will shatter to the Ancient Apparition. Lamb gonna take a deep soul assumption, but fucking Mad really can't do anything to push this back. If he gets too close, Reality Rift will kill him off. 6-2 as Quantic, having really no lanes go for them at all. And now Lamb, he wants Silent, he's gonna do short zip, get the pull in. Right click damage, Silent gonna take quite a chunk of damage, especially with that Luminate. He's gonna sprout himself, but it's a little bit too late. Storm Spirit finds the free kill in the bottom lane. Yeah, no lane is winning for Quantic, and that's really troublesome for them. In such an early aggressive lineup, you really need all your lanes to be winning. And, like, you would expect Queen of Pain to win her lane. You'd expect the Nature's Prophet to at least not die. I mean, a couple deaths here and there is no big deal. But you would expect your Tinker to be crushing the lane. And he's, I would dare say, losing to Icy. That's not supposed to happen ever. So Quantic really find themselves in a sticky situation right now. 10 minutes in, and they're 5 kills down. They should be, yeah, they're pretty far behind in golden EXP for 10 minutes into the game as well. And combine that with the fact that they have no real late game amplification, whereas Rattlesnake have CK and Weaver, Quantic are in a world of trouble right now. If Quantic had an Anti-Mage and a Faceless Void, or I guess, or a Faceless Void, I've never seen a pro game where Anti-Mage and Faceless Void are on the same team, but maybe I will one day. Then I would say, you know, it's not that bad. They're behind, but if they get their farm, if they turtle for a little bit, then they should be fine. But with a purely aggressive lineup like this, and you're behind, that's like the worst possible scenario. And looks like they're going to try to remedy it a little bit by making a straight push down the top lane. I actually didn't notice Chen's mount. That actually looks pretty cool. Buttercup. No, they're not actually. They're just going to... Well, maybe they are. They're kind of indecisive. They're going to find Icy. Sentry Ward and time-lapse. Actually, yeah, there you go. Time-lapse. And Sasha going to have some missiles fizzle. But in the meantime, bottom lane, Lamb, as well as Keeper of the Light, going to take down a tower before the pushing lineup of Quantic. Quantic really need these boots of travels fast, and you would expect them like 8 minutes in with the free farm Tinker. They're going to find a lot of damage to Cobb. Wow, what happened there? Going deep for the tower, which they do get eventually. But wow, wow, AACK hanging around at no HP, would not recommend. 2 out of 10. Well, I guess if they find like 3 more of those, Quantic will be fine. But how often are you going to find a CK and AA one hit away from death? Probably not that often. Sasha is so very close to his boots of travels right now. And this, if he gets a couple of lucky marches, these machines, no, not going to do it. Level 4 sometimes doesn't go to creep wave if you are unlucky. Most of the time it does though. Here comes Storm Spirit. He wants to stop Sasha before he gets to boost travel. He cannot afford to die now. Lamb gonna get nuked pretty hard. Hand of God as well, but Luo is here. 3 seconds stun. Sasha is set back once again from his boost travel. Here comes the ball of ice. Gonna hit to fucking Matt. He does secure this kill on the Storm Spirit. Taking a good chunk of damage himself, but what's done? The damage has already been done. Tinker, another I'd say 2 minutes at least away from his boost travel, whereas if he just had another 30 seconds, he would have had them. Disastrous for Quantic. They're set back even more. Perfectly timed gank from Rattlesnake. Literally could not have been better. Unless they killed him like 3 more times, in which case it could, but it's really... They were cutting it really close, and they got it. They got exactly what they came for. They wanted to slow down the Tinker from getting through the travel. Another purchase of a TP scroll is going to slow them down even more. Quantic, I mean, it is 8-5, but that score is deceptive. Because the way Rattlesnake are playing right now, the way Quantic are playing right now, there's not much hope for them. And hope is slowly starting to dwindle for them as this game progresses. Because Weaver is starting to get some farm. He's having a free lane bottom lane, although Lamb is right behind him, possibly using Weaver as bait. CK getting a free time to farm as well, and really the free farm, all the free farm in the world on Quantic's team isn't really going to help them in the late game versus the Weaver and the CK, as I said before. They're trying to make a couple pushes happen, but now with the AA's ult up online, it's gonna be very difficult for Quantic to actually take any towers. Hand of God won't really be of use. Mech won't be of use either. If they don't have Mech, no one has Mech either. No one's even close to Mech. But Rattlesnake, they just have to, you know, play cautiously. Maybe go for another gank on the Tinker, who, well, I guess not anymore, who's finally picked up his boost of travel. 14 minutes in. Wish I had a stat man to tell me what the average time to pick up the boots of travel were, but I can assure you this is a late boots of travel on the Tinker. And combine that with the fact that he's supposed to have him already. This is definitely going to help. 3 stacks of Ancients with a couple of March of the Machines, and that'll definitely help you bring you back into the game, but really the gold per minute chart says it all. Tinker should be near the top, but he is firmly in the middle, and especially with Rattlesnake trying to contest this. They have the Storm Spirit, one of the best heroes to do this, unless he gets tagged with the bug. How did he not get tagged with that bug? I don't understand. Surf Wards go down, everyone should be spotted. Yeah, Kabu's going to take a missile to the face. Soul Assumption as well, doing some pretty heavy damage to Kabu. These familiars are going to kill him off, not before he gets an Ice Ball off onto fucking Mad. He's going to... Oh, it actually missed. That was weird. He dies in the end regardless. Now Luo is going to be trapped in trees. Trades place with Go Black. Luo still taking heavy damage from these summons. He's going to get out with just barely any HP. Chen goes down in the meantime. Here comes Funzy, trying to get a Shadow Strike onto someone. He can't find anyone. Storm Spirit's going to get out of there with just 35 HP. Funzy does he have another blink. Just hit him. Yeah, okay. Lamb just has a death wish, I suppose. Here comes Sasha with only missiles. He's going to get burned out of mana completely. And now Luo going to turn this one around with the help of Icy. They're going to bring down the Tinker. Queen of Pain's the only one alive. Funzy wants to hunt down this Keeper of Light. Not going to happen. He's got to worry about this Weaver as well as the CK. No time lapse just yet, but CK is going to get out of there just fine. Funzy cannot chase any longer. A couple familiars even getting brought down by Icy. One more hit. Oh, he's going to get stunned. They actually might die right now. Sonic Wave. Funzy going to blink forward, but instantly the time lapse from Icy is there. Fucking Mad does not have the potential to kill off Icy by himself. And Quantic losing several heroes in that engagement. And was that a late bottle? Yeah, late bottle from the Tinker. Very interesting build from Saksha. They do at least hold, Quantic and Liz, they do at least hold on to their stacks, but, I mean, CK got out of there with just a sliver of HP. It could have been so much different for them, and here comes the Ice Ball, hitting firmly onto the, wow, the Illuminate as well. It's going to force a base from Saksha. I mean, it's Tinker, so he doesn't really care about that too much, but Rattlesnake just making all the right moves, and Quantic, they really need to get some towers right now. If they don't have a single tower, with a lineup like this, you expect them to have at least 2 by now. But if they sit around and wait, it'll get worse for them. If they go and push, it's probably not going to end well, but that's really their only option. They have to put the aggression back onto Rattlesnake. Because right now, they're the ones who are forced into a defensive posture. And defensive posturing on this team is not what you want. This Roshan is what they want, however. It should be pretty easy with the amount of summons they have, although they're kind of light on damage. They don't really have a great, they don't have a Valiant or a Gush or anything like that. March of the Machines definitely helps, and Rattlesnake, they're nowhere to be seen, so looks like this Roshan is going to be taken by Quantic, although Ice Ball coming in, it's going to hit onto no one. Well played by Sakura, moving just out of range from that one. Where's the Storm Spirit? I don't think the Storm Spirit's Dendy. Is he Dendy? Is he Dendy? Here we go. Several March of the Machines make it very difficult for Rattlesnake to get in on there. Time-lapse forced out by the Weaver. And Icy now, gonna put a little bit of damage onto fucking Mad. Shoot you away, easy stuff. And Roshan is not completed by Quantic. Keep her light, bring the Storm Spirit in just in the nick of time. Quantic do save their top tower from being pushed down, but putting that much time and effort into Roshan, then not getting it, that's painful. They want to have Roshan right now. Oh, lag, please. Missile is gonna fly out constantly. Saksha does have a plethora of things to teleport to. Oh, Lamb disjointing that one. Good work. But yeah, Rattlesnake, they slowed down Roshan so much that Quantic, they're pretty much doing nothing right now. Oh, here we go. Nope, Tinker doesn't want to go there. Tinker wants to go right there. Okay. Yeah, Rattlesnake, they're still farming the mid lane, still pushing the mid lane. Luo could just easily dip back into that Roshan pit. As long as Lamb is in the area, though, then it's really dangerous for Quantic, and especially if they lose a familiar. Another minute before that one's back up again. Oh, here we go. Big jump in. They found Go Black. Ice Ball's gonna fly. Boom. There goes the Chen. Lamb burns all his mana for that one, but, good luck getting Roshan right now, because Rattlesnake, they're just gonna, well, back off, it seems. They could go for the Roshan, clean that one up as well. They have a little bit more damage on their side. They have to worry about March of the Machines as well as Saksha on the high ground. It's probably not going to be the best option for them. But they gotta still stick around. Missile's going to fly, and this is really where Tinker shines. Kind of counter-push-esque things going on right now. Quantic just want to keep Rattlesnake out of this area, and they're doing a pretty good job at it as well. Although, Rattlesnake at the same time just being in the area, or keeping Quantic out of their area. Oh, Lamb, gonna get the yank back cancelled. I don't think that's going to be too significant, though. So yeah, just waiting before Rattlesnake want to take a fight. Again, they have the late game advantage, so I expect no form of aggression to come out for them, at least not a huge one. Bunzy going to find Icy, and that's about it. There's no farm on these heroes at all. There's a BKB first going up on Queen of Pain, which is not what you want to be going, but sometimes you just got to go for it when there's no other options, and right now it's one of those times. Saksha, Staff of Wizardry. I'm assuming Dagon? They would definitely need something to... I would have gone for a Orchid. And there's already an Orchid on the Storm Spirit, so you gotta worry about yourself getting silenced, but you really need some form of lockdown for Lamb, as well as Icy. You can't count on them being out of mana every single time, especially since the Lincoln Sphere is almost up on the Weaver, and once that happens, I don't even think Quantic can kill the Weaver unless they literally burst him down in an instant. Like Sonic Wave, Scream Pain, Missiles, Laser, all that good stuff. So right now, slowly the jaws are closing around Quantic. They're holding on to their towers, at least for now, but really they should be the ones pushing the enemy's towers. Cold Feet onto that Familiar will force it to drop. Misclick right there, but no big deal. Top lane being defended by Saksha, but Still not a single tower being taken by Quantic. It's a very, very huge problem for them. And it's just a matter of time before Rattlesnake are tired of waiting. Quantic, they ideally would like a kill on Icy right now, but they can't. So we can just do that. And then until he runs into a sentry ward, in which case they might be able to. Shikuchi, yeah, you can't kill that guy. I'm sorry, Quantic. It's a wild goose chase. It's not gonna happen. Icy runs actually straight into silent. No stuns, no chance. They almost had enough burst. Maybe Funzy burned the ultimate. They're actually gonna go straight for the Roshan. This could be a good play for them. Sag does have the pullback onto the Storm Spirit, and Icy gonna get bugged onto everything. So there's no surprises here. Ice Ball gonna fly through as well. Icy dropping down very low for the March of the Machines will survive. Oh no, the March kills him. Second March kills him. You know, if Icy suicides, that'll really help your cause too. Roshan, though, still only at half HP. And where's the Storm Spirit? Is this guy Dendi? Lamb? We'll see. Looks like, not Dendi yet. We might see his eventual transformation. You know, this isn't even his final form yet. But if you stand right there, that's a bad place to stand, Storm Spirit. Because if they go back into the Roshan pit, then you could bet there's going to be March of the Machines everywhere. Find Luo, actually, the only person that they kill without stuns, and Blinding Light from the last second of Keeper of the Light, his ultimate form, and it's going to let him get away, although Sag is not going to be as lucky. Looks like he's going to drop down. Storm Spirit in the meantime, picking off Silence in the back, or at least trying to. He will get picked off by the last right click, and Lamb completely out of mana. Blink forward by Funzy. Scream Pain into what I'm assuming is a Sonic Wave right now. It was a Sonic Wave. No, it wasn't actually. Just Scream Pain to Storm Spirit. They do pick off a couple heroes. Quantic. Are they finally going to get this Roshan? That's the big question. It looks like the answer is yes. Unless AA uses an Ice Ball to snag it, but I don't think it's up. No, not for another 30 seconds. So this is going to be finally Roshan for Quantic. And will that give them enough momentum to push forward? It might. Force Staff is up on the Tinker. This Tinker definitely recovering from his early game start. Icy gonna secure the tower and then just get the hell out of there, or just kill Funny. Funzy. Funny is on a different team, I'm pretty sure. By pretty sure I mean yes, he's on a different team. I'm not. Come on, guys. Funzy. They're all fun in some way. Pretty sure there's also a player called Fun. I'm not too sure what team he's on, but this one's Funzy. And Icy does take the tower. Gonna have a Lincoln Sphere delivered to him. And now I don't think it's possible to kill this Weaver. And now I don't think it's possible to kill this CK. There's no right click on Quantic except for the familiars. That's it. Oh, Go Black gonna get hit by a rando Ice Ball. And here comes Lamb. Go Black is silenced. No stomps in time, and he's gonna drop like a rock. Rattlesnake finally took down the tier 1 top tower. They're possibly looking for Saksha right now. Gotta watch out for that Force Staff. Very difficult to get hold onto this Tinker, but once they do, 900 HP is not enough to live. Icy still farming. CK still farming. Luo just baiting this Tinker to get in, but unfortunately he will be spotted out. In Quantic, they do have the Aegis still. I believe Tinker does have it, yes, in case he does get picked off, but oh, he's actually going to go for Kabu. Grave Chill won't be enough. Nature Prophet ultimate bouncing through, but mech from the Keeper, and all of that damage is pretty much nullified. We have Lamb. Actually going to spot? No. Gonna go for fucking Mad. Maybe? He's looking for someone. He can burst down Funzy easily. Oh, but he walked right by an Observer Ward, so... yeah, nothing's gonna happen from this. If anyone dies to this, that would be foolish. We do see... oh no! Weaver! No, the lag. Weaver is gonna try to go for Silent. He will make it happen. 3 kills. Weaver's collecting them. Oh, he wants more even. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna get stunned, double stunned. No follow-up though. He could still get this kill, maybe, especially if fucking Mad doesn't run straight into the base. Grave Cloak is keeping him up alive. Gravekeeper's Cloak? Gravekeeper's Cloak. Keeping him up alive for now, but in the meantime, huge team fight as Funzy drops like a rock. Fucking Mad still in the chase, tries to get that Grave Chill on, but Icy is going to secure the kill, time-lapse out of there. And pick after pick after pick, Rattlesnake are dismantling Quantic Gaming right now. As the tier 2 tower is going to drop after having the tier 2 on the bottom drop. They're just going to make the tier toward the tier 2s. Go to the top lane, easy peasy. try to push through the Tinker March to the machines, but I mean, if you once you have the Storm Spirit to counter the Tinker will gotta be careful. You'll become overconfident eventually, and then there we go. Will they go on in this? As soon as they spot him, that could be a kill. Get him, Lamb. Oh my, what is that? Come on. Come on, seriously. Sasha gonna get lots of damage on him. He has the Aegis. He is fine. That was the longest pull I've ever seen in my life. Top tier 2 tower will be defended for now. Quantic really don't have any options moving forward. I mean, 3 Centaurs with Chen is nice and everything. But that's not enough to win you the game. Necrobooks, same thing, and especially if this happens, go black and you get bursted down by the Stray Illuminate. And now all these Centaurs, or at least 2 of them, are gonna die. There's 1. There's 2. Blinding Light. Oh, they might actually get all 3. Fish in a barrel. Fish in a barrel. And now fucking Mad, gotta watch out. Because Lamb does have mana. Has the Keeper of the Light right next to him. He's gonna be pouring mana into that Keeper, into that Storm Spirit. Really what they want is this tier 2 tower on the top lane. They're gonna get it too, which is a matter of time. Ice Ball gonna fly down to the mid lane. More pressure there. Saksha gonna get Reality Rifted back in. Moving Force Staff himself out before any further aggression happens. Fucking Mad, possibly overextending just a little bit. Gonna get Lamb caught in a slow. He's gonna take a lot of nuke damage. However, he does have a lot of mana, so he will ball lightning out of there. The chase is still on. Missiles gonna fly. How did those missiles go that far? Because the visual bug, that's why. The tier 2 tower once again will be defended by Quantic. But to what end, really? Luo wants in. He has a BKB, fresh from the store still. Pretty much mint condition BKB right there, even though it's been sitting around for just a little bit. He wants blood. Storm Spirit, huge jump in from Lamb. There's the pull through the trees. Silence up. Takes a 2-second stun only, but that should be more than enough to bring him down. Although, yep, it will bring him down. Looks like he got something back. Luo taking a good amount of right-click damage. Will go down to the familiars. Can't count those guys out just yet. Kabu, Sag, as well as Lamb, all on the way out. Sasha can have Force Staff himself forward for a laser into Kabu, but he really doesn't have any follow-up from this one. He can try to pursue all he wants by himself, but he's out of mana. He's got to go home. In the meantime, Icy, he doesn't have a care in the world. He's going to go for what looks like a Desolator? Could be BKB as well. Either way, it doesn't look good for Quantic, whatever Icy's building. Because this entire area in this top lane, this entire engagement, all the skirmishing, that has been with Rattlesnake having 4 heroes versus the 5 from Quantic. And now Storm Spirit also has a Lincoln Sphere of his own. Gotta watch out for fucking Mad. Ball Lightning dodge. You cannot dodge that, apparently. Although, he might have been able to. I think if he dove straight into it, he would have dodged it, but whatever. I know that, actually. I don't think it is true. If you ball lightning into the projectile, it'll kill the projectile, and since you're invulnerable when you're ball lightning-ing, then you'll be fine. Sag might be in a little bit of trouble. Link forward from Funzy, he's gonna take a good chunk of damage. Ice Ball gonna come through, hit onto 3 heroes. It's too late, Keeper of the Light already dead. Fucking Mad, gonna try to get out of here. He will get pulled back into the tower. 3-second stun to kill him off. So in the end, it is a support for a support. But really, it should have been a support for nothing for Quantic.
Roots and run.
Rattlesnake are completely okay with making these even trades, whereas Quantic even trades will hurt them. Lamb making the huge jump onto Pink. Lag, and as soon as I get there, he's dead. Damn this lag. Nothing I could do, guys. Sorry. 116,000 people viewing. Not bad. For the first day, the first sampling of the TI3. And that's a lot of people, not to mention the people on stream. I mean, there's how many? 6 available in 6 different languages. 5 different languages and 2 English streams. All those people who are watching on Twitch and everything, that's a lot of people watching this game. 2 down from Quantic. Alright, is Rattlesnake going to take the top tier 2 tower? He had Lamb pick off the Nature's Prophet pretty much by himself. By pretty much, I mean by himself. And Icy is still doing split pushing on this bottom lane. He does have the Desolator right now, so whoever he catches out is going to die. Right now, Rattlesnake have pretty much infinite options. They could wait another 2 minutes, just farm the entire map because they have complete map control. They could split push aggressively, which would probably work because the tier 3 tower is already dead, and with the Desolator on Icy, I mean, you can tear down towers easily. Take a missile on his way out, but no big deal. Top lane tower has been taken out by Lamb. And now Icy, with backed up by Luo, they could take a 2v4, I think, and get out of there okay. Maybe 2v5 is a little bit too ambitious. But they have complete map control, huge creep wave on this top lane. It's going to be stymied a little bit by Silent, but oh yeah, there you go. Lamb zipping in, following that ice ball, and Silent's going to drop. In the meantime, Icy and Luo, like Icy doesn't have a care in the world. He doesn't even know what his allies are doing. He's all on his own, all by himself. One is the loneliest number. He's pushing, and Luo's just behind him, just in case for some reason Quantic decide to dive onto Icy without any stuns or disables. Then he'll be there to really back him up. But this is Quantic stretched to the limit right now, and I don't know if the limit is enough. Because Rattlesnake, they're not making any big plays. They're playing this so safely. I mean, Icy's poking in. He already took down a tier 3 tower. He just jump in, one Desolator hit with the Shikuchi, and it's down another, like, what, 200 health? How much damage does it do? If I click on him, I can find out. Yeah, that's an easy 200 damage. He's 200 damage in one hit. Assume like what, 50% armor or 15 armor? Let's assume that. That's 200 damage in one hit, and just keep doing that. And then once you have Roshan, just commit to it. I mean, Rattlesnake, they're not committing to any fights. Lamb is jumping in at full mana, getting out with full mana. Oh no! The death cannon! The death cannon! Oh, Saksha, this is gonna hurt. This is a lot of time where he's just not gonna regain health at all. This is the first time I've seen this in a pro game, and yes, you read that correctly. Increases duration, scepter duration, 17. Basically, if you get hit by that, it's a death sentence. Unless you're at full HP, in which case, you should be fine. But, yeah, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous item to have on the AA. But, at the same time, it's also a really freaking expensive item to have on the AA. But, it looks like, you know, Kabu is just that wealthy. They don't even need wards right now. I guess a ward up here would be nice, but there's sentries everywhere. They know exactly where Quantic is. Oh, except for right now, I don't know how they found Silent, but they definitely made him pay. How the hell did they see him? Maybe he got too close to a creep wave? Well, either way, it's going to be Roshan up, and yeah, Silent getting picked off at a bad time. Not like there's a good time to be picked off, but oh god, Icy's damage is insane. -3 armor on Roshan brings it down to pretty much like 10 seconds Roshan. Weaver is going to go for a rapier, I'm sure, and it's just a matter of time now. Quantic have a very, very short clock. So Rattlesnake could just commit to a fight right now. They have Aegis on Storm Spirit. He could dive suicidally and probably get out of there scot-free. If he had a BKB, this game would already be over. But he's going for the sheep stick. Ice ball gonna fly through. Is there a death sentence onto anyone? Yes, there is on Silent. He cannot take any more damage else he's gonna die. Go Black. Gonna get worked down by Lamb as well. Fucking mad, trying to get his way out of there with a Grave Shield. Will not happen. Silent is going to be the last victim to fall. Bunzy gonna dive straight in. Gonna get a 2-man in that ultimate. Icy though, gonna time-lapse all that damage. Aegis is going to pop as well. Triple kill for Icy, and Lamb's not done. He wants Saksha. He's gonna get him as well. Silenced up. Orchid, there's no way to escape. Bunzy, where is he? He is... where the hell is he? He's back at the base. Right? Yeah, he's back at the base. And yeah, that's going to be bottom lane Raxus at least. Luo is already in the mid lane. Was he even in that fight? I don't know, but Quantic's Go Black is going to call GG. Ladies and gentlemen, that means that Rattlesnake is going to be your 16th team to compete in the International 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this cast. It's been a while, so it was nice and refreshing for me. I'm going to be trying to cast a couple more of these TI3 games, as many as I can get my hands on, as many as time allows. And that should be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Congratulations to Rattlesnake. Unfortunately for Quantic, this is not their year to be in the the International, but there's always next year. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. GG.